received my results from a recent DNA test, I found out that one of my ancestors was Orville Wright. Upon realizing this, I began to research about him. Today I will share with you some of what I found. On April 16, 1867, Wilbur Wright was born on a farm near Millville, Indiana. Soon after, the family moved to Dayton, Ohio, where Orville was born on August 19, 1871. They were first interested in flight when their father bought them a 50-cent toy helicopter designed by French aviation pioneer Alphonse Pénaud. This is a modern toy of similar origin. It showed them that breaking the barrier of flight was possible. This interest soon faded away, though, and Orville persuaded Wilbur to join him in starting a print shop. They developed a reputation around town for the quality of the presses that they designed, built, and sold to other print shops. After this, the Wrights opened a bicycle shop. The Wright Cycle Co. made Van Cleve bicycles from Dayton, Ohio. The bikes were named after the Wrights' ancestors. They made standard and special bikes. The specials were the cheaper and more economical version. The Wrights pioneered many technologies for biking, including a sealed hub that kept the bearings clean. Also, until then, pedals had right-hand threads on both sides, which meant that pedaling would tighten one pedal and loosen the other, causing one pedal to continuously fall off. The Wrights invented a set of pedals and cranks that had reversed threads on one side, so that pedaling would tighten both pedals. They were able to save up over $5,000 to help fund their flying experiments. While many competitors were making attempts with inherently stable and straight flying planes, the brothers knew from the bicycle business that control was key. Taking inspiration from the successful 1896 Chanute Herring glider, Orville and Wilbur realized that changing the angle at which air hit the wing would give that wing more lift and could change the position of the plane. They called this wing warping. Thanks to wing warping, the Wrights were the only people in the business that can control all three axes: roll, pitch, and yaw. The brothers started out with gliders that they would experiment with before adding power. Their first glider underperformed due to a lack of lift. The second was better but not great. They realized that their formula to calculate the behavior of the plane was off. To solve this, they built a small wind tunnel and tested many wing designs. After settling on a wing, they built the third glider. When they tested it, it performed just as expected. With one reaching 622 feet in 26 seconds, they knew it was time for power. Here's an example of a glider in action. The Wrights asked the U.S. Weather Bureau for suggestions on where to fly. They selected Kitty Hawk, North Carolina for its high winds, open spaces, and tall dunes to launch from. At about 10:35 on the morning of December 17, 1903, Orville made the first successful flight. Wilbur had already tried and failed. He traveled 120 feet in 12 seconds. Wilbur flew 175 feet in 12 seconds on his second attempt, followed by Orville's second effort of 200 feet in 15 seconds. During the fourth and final flight of the day, Wilbur flew 852 feet in 59 seconds. They had finally broken the barrier of controlled flight. Americans weren't interested in the planes at first, so the Wright brothers went to Europe and sold many planes, plus rides and flight lessons. In 1907, they got a contract with the U.S. military worth $25,000, $670,000 today, for planes that could fly 125 miles at 40 miles per hour. This brought them back to the U.S. They began tests in Fort Myers, Virginia in 1908. They used a tower with a weight on a rope to launch the planes and give them speed to take off. They gave their plane to the military in 1909 and got a $5,000 bonus, $135,000 today, for flying 2.5 miles an hour over the requirement. When I realized that my ancestors broke barriers in flight, they inspired me to break barriers too. From good quality printers to awesome bicycle improvements to the first controllable plane, My ancestors paved the way for almost all the flying machines you see today.